So closing tonight for this amazing, jam-packed of talent evening is a poet from somewhere in America. Come up here. Yeah. They're super kick-ass talented. They're called C Sharp, as in S-E-A sharp, S-H-A-R-P. They've written a book. What's it called again? I'm sorry. The Swagger of Dorothy Gale and Other Filthy Ways to Strut. So, yeah, here we go. Thank you, everybody. And this is C Sharp.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so excited to be here and be on the same stage as all these wonderful people, talent. All right, so to begin with, I always begin my poetry set differently. Tonight's going to be really different. If you can just picture a map of America behind me, okay, like all that's black, right? So that's a map of America. I want to have like a drunk geography lesson with you. Can I do that? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm from this place called Kansas. Now, I know none of you know where Kansas is, and you should be ashamed of yourself. So I basically wrote this book, The Swagger of Dorothy Gale and Other Filthy Ways to Strut, because of all of you who have no idea where Kansas is or what Kansas is about. Basically, it's the size of the UK, and it's in the middle of America, like the very center. So I got really annoyed, obviously, coming here and realizing no one knew anything about my homeland or about me. And so I wrote this book, and I wanted to retell the story because everyone knows about the Wizard of Oz and the story of Dorothy going to Oz from Kansas and meeting all these great people and having all these great adventures. And that is nothing like my life at all. First of all, I'm not white, so like I didn't have these all perfect white experiences. I'm a black kid in Kansas. Things kind of are shit. So I thought I want to retell this story from my perspective. But I'm not a storyteller, I'm a poet, so I wrote a book of poems. The first poem I'd like to share with you is called Almostly. Dorothy got the duct tape shoes, got the trash bag slicker, got patchworked real good, keepin' dry, keepin' fly, almost. And Uncle Henry ain't nobody's daddy, but he puffs on his camels and learns how to read the newspapers at night, but mostly almost by candlelight. And Toto won't shut the hell up, damn dog, bow wows at the curtains shuddering. And Auntie Em ain't nobody's mama, but she can waterproof a Dorothy Gale every springtime like a mama. And she got Dorothy raking leaves, got Dorothy pulling weeds, got Dorothy beating rugs like a mama. And Auntie got them mama hips, almost. And Auntie rests her fists on her mama hips when the lips pucker pout, when the tears drippy drop, when Auntie ain't gonna tell you again, child, when she done had it up to here and she fed up now, so gone. When she say she gonna tell you, uncle, if you don't get, and straighten yourself up real damn quick, because Auntie don't play. Auntie wears a mama glare now. And Auntie shoots lasers from her mama eyeballs, blows dragon smoke from her mama nostrils, and Auntie can hex a Dorothy with that wicked pointer finger. And Auntie's face say, I'm fixin' to snap your chicken neck if you don't stop acting a brat. Her face say, I'll pop you. But her heart say, I love Dorothy, 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 almost, almost, almost. Thank you. Thank you. You really are a great crowd, I swear. I want to take you home with me. All right. So going back to the theme of Kansas, Kansas is a Native American word. It comes from the Sioux tribe, and it means people of the south wind. Now, this book, this collection of poems, really holds true to that theme of wind. And there's lots of elements of wind moving and talking, and there's folklore and colors. And so this next poem I want to bring into you has to do with my hometown called Manhattan, which is, okay, most people understand Kansas to be a completely flat land, but my hometown, Manhattan, Kansas, is a valley. It's a really small valley, but it's a valley, which makes it safe when there's tornadoes, because the tornadoes just go around it. But something strange about it is that there is this big hill in the middle of it, and it looks just like the Hollywood sign, but it doesn't say Hollywood, it says Manhattan, right? Which is so bizarre because it's in the middle of nowhere, and like it's trying to act like it's famous, and it's not, obviously. So this is called Manhattan Hill. Oh, and I hope I don't spit on anyone. There's a lot of weird sounds. From top this hill and top this enormous letter H, you can watch the redness soaking into every tree. Hear the leaves giggle shaking from their stems. Hear the bustle spreading through the undulating town, and even now, the whispers are swarming over everything, and even now, they are screeching and scuttling, and off they go, soughing around the valley like a plague. And the Tuttle Creek is a murmur mumble, and the Vista drive-thru is a burble babble, and Aggieville has just guffawed, and Chuckle snorted, and everyone can avoid this clumsy tinkle knocking of spoons, swirling in a purple bowl of dust, all rusty-colored foliage and last chances. And did you hear about Linda? And did you hear about Bill? And the preacher said, ooh, can you believe the nerve of, good Lord, the rustle and the snicker and the whistle scandal swishes. Thank you. Obviously, small towns gossip a lot, so I needed to try to capture that somehow. Let's see here. This next poem is an autobiography in about 30 lines or less. That's the title. And it's in the book as well. One of the things that I wanted to try to capture in this poem was that I have a hard time talking about myself and talking about my past, and oftentimes my lifeline seems not linear. It seems like a big clusterfuck. So when I have to write my own autobiography in 30 lines or less, obviously the timeline is not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 8, 20, 15, 2. Here we go. They gutted my mama like a fish to find me, a sprouted pea shoot reaching for the sun. I fell in, oh, damn it, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have tried to memorize it. Let's try to find it. Yeah, should I keep going? You guys, you're so sweet. All right, let's see if I can. I'm still gonna get it out here, just in case. They gutted my mama like a fish to find me. Now I'm making fun of myself. Here we go. They gutted my mama like a fish to find me. A sprouted pea shoot reaching for the sun. I ran away when I was 7 and 9. Clawed my way up trees, but they pulled me down by the tail, howling like a ghost. And I fell in love with this girl called Annie. She had sunflower hands and a raspberry stain on her cheek, and I think that maybe she loved me too. But we lost touch in the 4th grade. And I killed my father slowly in my teens. He is still alive somewhere in Oklahoma where the seagulls can't find him, and he is exactly where I told him to go rot. And the doctor sewed my mama up, good as new, and she bathes, and she gets better like the wine that she bathes in. And I have bled every month for about 30 years or less. putting off the melancholia this time, but maybe not the next. And yesterday was my birthday. And to my surprise, I discovered that I am really a corn snake in a black woman's body. And I haven't met so much at the time, and ain't that a bitch? And my sister, she's really a chigger bug, if you know what I mean. She's just all bite and no hiss and nasty as hell. And now, I'm married to this cowardly lion from Oz. I left Kansas just the way that I found her, dusty-faced and squinting and cupping both of her ears. Thanks. Two more? I've got a couple more. This next one is actually not in my book, but that should not stop you from coming and seeing me and seeing how you can go and buy my book. I have a couple of copies with me now. It's 10 pounds, but honestly, if you want it and you don't have 10 pounds, come and see me. I want it to be affordable for everyone, so talk to me, okay? So this next poem, obviously not in my book, but it was requested, and I tried to memorize it at the bus stop before I came here, and some jerk was standing behind me, and I didn't know, and heard most of me talking about saying this poem, which is really embarrassing because it has to do with cunnilingus. This is a love poem for someone really special. You know who you are. This is called the love poem from Miley's Camel Toe. Miley, you have inspired so many late nights, rubbing my crotch and cupping my breasts while my partner snores beside me, unaware of this heat between us. So let me repay you. Let my tongue wagging begin. I could say that your voice reminds me of a spoon licked clean of molasses parting from two difficult lips, so smooth, so messy, so thick. But I know that you aspire to be something stronger, Miley. Perhaps a figure like Elvis who man-twerked his sex box to the grave. Do you remember? How it rattled in his left pocket long before television had color, long before Daddy had that achy, breaky heart that no one could talk to and manage to understand. And they don't understand that you were right, Miley. No one dares to slut-shame these men, whilst the rest of us are denied a sexuality that can really wiggle. Miley, I just want to make you giggle a little. I want to smell you on my upper lip, inhale real deep and just take a long sip. Miley, I'm not the only one who likes to see you hike it higher. Go on, show us your best self, Wedgie. Go on, show us how to fight these double standards. Go on, show us how to box these boys with our wobbling rear ends. Call it twerking. Call it working. Call it whatever you want. Empower us. Hail the hymen. Call it... I'm sorry. Side note, I really want a t-shirt that says Hail the hymen. Hail the hymen. Tuck my hair behind my ear and growl something sweet and ratchet. And know this. For me, it wasn't your slippery tongue, Miley. It was your camel toe. The moment I saw it, I thought I found myself a wicked Southern belle. Obviously, thank you. Obviously, I was really embarrassed when some dude turned up in the shadows behind me, and I was like, oh, shit. Final poem. This is a biography for Calamity Jane, who was kind of a hero of mine when I was a kid. because I thought I could be like a Western country show star. Content warning for this is that there is gun violence in it. So I don't know if that's triggering for anyone. It's triggering for me most of the time, so just put that out there. How does it start? Yeah, obviously you don't know. I feel so professional right now, Jay. Oh, goodness. Okay, right. They used to call her a trigger-happy bitch. Gripping 1, no, 2 ivory-handled revolvers, getting buck rowdy with Wild Bill. Licking up the last drops of red liquor in saloons, and this gal, she got that sepia skin. She ain't that a beauty queen. She ain't that Oakley girl blowing kisses at Cody like magic and ta-ta. No, sir, not her. She's got some dirt on her boots. She's got some grit in her teeth, and she patrols the whole frontier, peeling back scabs from those tiny bruised knuckles before she cracks them. Pop, 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 pop. Ooh, right on the nose. God damn you, motherfuckers. Don't tussle with her fringes. Don't look for trouble on her coonskin cap. She will clinch her 6-shooters with eager fists. Like, ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. As a squishy explosion of heads splatter when she squeezes out that bang, 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 it makes her grin like hot shit. Her mama said. She used to be the sweetest thing. Martha Jane, huh. Those pink cheeks and blonde curls. Yes, sir, the cutest shin-kicking, spit-spattering little lady of these here goddamn plains. Thank you very much.